disclaimer. I don't know if you're supposed to say the word disclaimer and then say the disclaimer, or just say the disclaimer. Whatever. Do not do this at home. We are crazy people. We are not role models. We are not sane people. We're probably not even smart people, and we are definitely not trained professionals. Cooking things in a toaster that are not made to be cooked in a toaster is not wise. It's not ecologically wise. It is not economically wise. Heck, it's probably not psychologically wise. Is it technologically wise? No. There's probably more ecolies that I don't know, and it's probably none of those either. When I first did this, I took precautions that you do not see on the screen. Please, again, do not try this at home. I should not have done this. I told Doc that he should not do this, and now we are both going to tell you that you should not do this. We are lunatics. We're doing this because it's not... Well, okay, we're doing this because it's funny. We're not doing this because it's smart or safe. If I tried to cook like an entire head of cabbage in a microwave, it wouldn't be good. It would just make the entire office building smell like a fart. It'd be funny, but not smart. Please practice safe toaster science. Thank you. E-R-P, that spells dirt. Howdy y'all, and welcome to Quaque. Today we're going to show you not why we appreciate this big nice commercial kitchen, but I'm going to tell you why I appreciate the most humble kitchen appliance of all. Yes, the humble toaster can be used to do a variety of things, and this we're going to show you today, because brand new toaster in a box. There are no tricks. None of this is... Okay, it's barely planned out. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you a few simple recipes that I use at home. Behold, Mr. Toasterface. As you can see, it came out of the box labeled. Not that I forgot to put the label on it before filming this, because this is something that we do very professionally. So, today, using Mr. Toasterface, our fresh-faced toaster, we are going to show you a few very simple recipes using pork steaks, beef kebabs, mahi-mahi fillets. So, starting at the beginning, we're just going to do a little bit of prep. I'm going to take our beef kebabs. As you can see, I have been able to find some cut into strips. I'm going to take these strips of beef kebab. I'm going to put them in a bowl because I don't have another plate. Then I'm going to open up my jar, my bottle of, as you can see, blinker fluid. Yes, this is all natural blinker fluid, free range blinker fluid. I do not suggest using the artificial blinker fluid because it just doesn't taste the same. Yep. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by prepping this, and then we're going to leave it on the counter to get a little bit closer to room temperature so that it can think about what's coming. So we're going to leave that alone right over there. Yep. Then we're going to take 2 of these happy little pork steaks. Yep. And we're going to season these with nothing more than some of Bubba J's Super Seasoning, available at your local OK Mart. I forgot to open it. Can we edit that out? Didn't think we could. So, Bubba J's Super Secret Seasoning, that I definitely remembered to open before we started recording, because I'm professional like that. Just going to give it a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to rub that in there, real good like. Now, some of you may say that this looks like another popular brand sauce that's available regionally. No, this is Bubba J's Super Seasoning. It's made by Bulk Co. for the OK Mart. And it is a very normal brand that very much exists. Now, please
exercise caution. This is a metal skewer. You probably should not put a metal skewer in a toaster because a toaster uses electricity. So I'm going to flatten out my pork steak, and I am going to skewer all the way through like so. Same thing, flatten out the pork steak. And skewer it like so. Now, just for giggles, I'm going to add blinker fluid to one of them, because this way I have a big mess on my cutting board that I have to wash, you know, as you do. So, with that said, I'm going to set my skewer so that it is only just coming through, and then I am going to place it directly in, pat that dry a bit, into Mr. Toasterface, who is ready for his maiden voyage. You'll notice I'm going to turn the dial all the way up. That is your timer, and we are going to let it cook. So, it will take 2 or 3 times to get it just so, and that's fine. We're going to let the toaster take all the time it needs. So while that is going, I'm going to go ahead. You can see it's starting to heat up nicely. Then I am going to take our mahi-mahi fillets. I will take this right here. I have this mahi-mahi that I have purchased from the local seafood market. And I have taken a very simple mixture of hot pepper paste and high sodium sauce. Everyone knows what's in this jar. It's high sodium sauce, as you do. So, take this, and I'm just going to drizzle it onto the mahi-mahi. It's starting to smell nice, ain't it? So, I'm just going to take and rub that in there. I'm going to be a little generous with it because I like it with a bit of sauce on it. And I'm going to throw this whole cup away when we're done anyway. So may as well use it. So that is going to sit right there and baste for a few minutes. Let's look back to Mr. Toasterface and see how he's doing. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit of steam, occasionally a little bit of sizzle. Now we're cooking with toast. Probably should have said that out loud before I said it into a microphone, but here we are. So, now that this is done on that cycle, notice it's coming along nicely. We're going to take it, give it a little flip-see, and run it down again. The timer is all the way up. If you want to get a good sear on it, there is a button for frozen, and if you press that button, the coils get a little hotter. Oh yeah, now we're getting a little sizzle. It's as relaxing as a fireplace in the winter, with the added benefit of pork steaks. So let's see how we've done. Now, this is just Bubba J's Super Seasoning. This is Bubba J's Super Seasoning and some blinker fluid. So let's see. I just said that was hot. Oh yeah. Now I don't see too well, but that looks done to me. So, just for giggles, Mr. Videographer, would you like to try a bite of some pork steak? Here you go. Great big honking piece of pork steak for you, Mr. Videographer. There you go. Tell me what you think of that. Oh yeah. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to show what we can do with a nice simple marinade and nothing more. Alright, and now we're going to take this. I'm going to put this in here into Mr. Toasterface. And before I do that, Mr. Toasterface deserves, I think, a little mark of approval. So Mr. Toasterface is now Mad Ducks approved for pork steaks. I think it's done a good job. So thank you, Mr. Toasterface, for the excellent work with pork steaks. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this down. I'm going to hit that frozen button. Our toaster, Mr. Toastface, has popped a second time. So we're going to pull this kebab out and see what we've got to work with. I'm feeling pretty confident. I was looking for a medium rare. It was just shy of where I wanted it before. So let's take a look and see what we've got. So what we're doing is we're producing a nice little platter. Not on purpose. Usually they'd be eaten by now. We're busy making a video. So now, I'm going to wipe off my cutting board. The mahi mahi. Now this recipe was given to me by a friend. And that recipe involves this hot pepper paste that I can never pronounce correctly and get fussed at every time. Into the toaster we go. Down we go. We're not going to hit the frozen button like we did for the steak. The steak, that gives us a good sear. We don't need a good sear. We want that fish to cook evenly through and through. So we're going to let that stop and think about what it's done. As we know, videographers do not make noise. They're silent. They're never seen, and they are never heard. Our toaster mahi mahi has made Mr. Anonymous Videographer no longer anonymous. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you cook unconventional things in your most humble, everyday appliance, and admittedly make a bit of a mess while doing it. So, before we can call this off, I believe Mr. Toasterface has earned a third sticker. Mr. Toasterface is now Mad Ducks approved for Mahi Mahi Filet. Thank you for joining us. This is Mad Ducks of the Black Pants Legion. It's very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.